got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Jacksonville State Gamecocks, taking on a team from the SEC, the Navy Midshipmen. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Gamecocks will boot it away to start the game. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The run from the shotgun. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. There's always that issue of conference pride, keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all offseason. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
Touch pass on the run. Open runway ahead. The 30. He was off to the races and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line.
And this receiver is so dangerous. There's so many different ways that he can hurt a defense. You got to throw it to him conventionally, but find creative ways to get him the football out in space and let him go to work.
Shows him the stiff arm. They get him after he picked up 5 and got him inside the red zone down to the 16.
When running backs square their shoulders up, it's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
Runs through a tackle. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving right down the field. You just run to set yourself up now in first and goal. They are feeling it.
Navy will have it with a first and goal. The back goes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he used that stiff arm as a sledgehammer to bludgeon his way to a few extra yards.
And I love right out of the gate, this offense is going to be creative, and they're going to try to get their best players the football out in the open field. You saw it right there.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And this offense, you're halfway home. All you got to do is do the same exact thing, Palmer. Fall forward and be physical here.
And that's why they practice these goal line situations, right? It's to step up and be physical in moments like this.
They've moved it right to the edge, and they need 1 more yard. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Midshipmen!
Yeah, you failed on first and second, but on third down, you give it to the big fullback, and he does the rest. Lower the shoulder, lower the pads, run physical, and get in that end zone.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. A first down for the offense. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying to get to it. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He makes a catch.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
The Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. They're bringing heat. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's Stewart. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Guys have the backfield now. It's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Looking to pass. It's Huff. Fires to the middle. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
And the Gamecocks are flying down the field. He wants to throw. They're trying to get to it. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down.
That's a 1st down for the offense. That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Navy 7, Jacksonville State 0.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Listen, I know that's not a huge gain, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a 4th quarter game.
From the gun, the ground game. Bulldoze ahead. He's down at the 18 after picking up 5.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
Smashes through. And he gets the 1st down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
It's 1st down from the 11. He's looking to throw it. Quick strike complete. Touchdown Gamecocks! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Fair catch, called for and made. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Looking for a man, it's Horvat. Buys a little time with his feet. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you could tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
Makes a nice grab at the 25. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Power football with the run. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just really a passing game.
They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Shakes off the tackle. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big back. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards and stay ahead of the sticks.
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. Looking to throw, it's Huff. Using his feet to buy time. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it and be the more physical team. And nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. Got it past the marker. At the 20, he's got space. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
They'll go to the ground. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Number 28.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Notre Dame is currently up big at this moment in what's shaping up to be a lopsided affair for the Golden Domers. They're up by 21 over the Coyotes. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And Navy will go back on the attack. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Get the quarterback off his spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all 3 of those on this play and finished it off with a nice lick, nice physical play for the quarterback.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Quarterback checking the play. Back to pass, it's Horvath. And the defense gets to the quarterback. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Navy will have to punt it away. Makes a move. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on over. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man, and sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggled the first quarter, Palmer, and done a great job rebounding and putting some points on the board.
You're right. I think they've started to identify the matchups that are in their favor. On this drive, they need to keep attacking, taking advantage of those matchups.
A strike downfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. A new set of downs after the completion. They're going to run it. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. And the Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up. The option look. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. The Gamecocks have pushed it inside the 20. To the air, it's Huff. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And the holder will put it down on the left hash, a 34-yard attempt coming. Offense calls a timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Caught close to the marker. It's Stewart. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Working that left side now. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Dropping back, it's Huff. Lets it fly. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Jacksonville State.
And after starting the season 0-1, this offense felt like they just left plays on the field in that first game. But so far today, they're taking advantage. QB is making good decisions. Guys are stepping up. They've limited the mental mistakes. They haven't turned the football over. It's a different-looking offense here in Game 2.
He's going to bring it out from deep. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. On second down, will they go back to the ground game? Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On second down, just keeps firing. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. One more snap coming before halftime. He's going to pass. Going to throw it over the top of the D. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Navy will kick it deep to get the second half underway.
Set to advance on the football.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Back to pass, it's Huff. Trying to make magic with his feet. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. The Gamecocks pick up the first down.
And I know it's not sexy, but those little runs just keep you on your heels, keep the sticks moving, making you understand, like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to be patient. A lot of offenses aren't patient. They get too big play happy, wanting to force the ball down the field. This offense is staying nice and patient right now.
The quick out. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Wants to throw on second down. Safe completion on the screen. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
28, Navy 7.
Oh, he's going to go for the return. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And here comes the Navy offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you've got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Coming after it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Has this head coach lost his mind? Does he know where the ball is on the field? He's going for it this close to his own end zone. Makes the catch, he's got enough. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean,
going over the top. Fires into a world of traffic, and it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. He's out past the 35. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Dropping back, it's Huff. Pocket starts to collapse. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. 2nd down now after the sack. He's looking to throw. He's going to fire deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll bring it back. It's Kent. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
Navy quick to the line. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Gonna take a shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Feeling some heat. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on 4th down. Offense set on 1st down. Here comes the option. Got enough for the 1st down. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play.
And that's a 1st down for the offense. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Jacksonville State 28, Navy 7.
1st down to start the drive after the break. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the 1st down.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the 4th quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game, being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Steps away to find some room. Fires on the move. Makes the grab. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
From the 3-yard line, they'll try it again on 3rd and goal. Looking downfield, it's Huff. Moves around to clear up the vision. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
They'll try to tack on a little extra to this lead with a touchdown here on 4th and goal. Wants to pass. Getting some heat. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the 4th quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, we got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for 2nd down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Got a man. It's Chapman. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the 1st down. Navy quick to the line. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the 4th quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
The give and the run on 4th down. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the 1st down.
I love offenses that can just rely on their offensive line to get it done in 4th and short situations like that. Turn around, hand it off, let's stay on the field and keep this thing going.
I know it wasn't an interception, but a lot of times tips and deflections leads to interceptions. Great job by the defender getting his mitt on the football.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the 1st down.
He turns it loose to the left. Got him, and nobody's close. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. And, Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense.
A shot toward the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Looking to throw, it's Horvat. Pressure coming. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Navy!
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's put the college football world on notice.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for... Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And Navy will go back on the attack. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Quarterback checking off. They'll leave it with him. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get it down. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. He wants to throw. Right down the middle. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Defense were always trying to get some tips. You know, break on the football, get a tip, get it up in the air. Nice job by the player breaking on the football and forcing the incompletion.
Back to throw, it's Horvath. He slings it deep to the left. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some 1st downs and march down the field.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And he makes the catch at the 10. Touchdown, midshipman. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game.
Oh, now the kicker's going to throw it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They still need a touchdown and 2-point conversion to tie, and they'll go for the onside kick here in the 4th. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive, Reese. Productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting 1st down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage. You're probably getting blitzed. It's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Second and long here, but objective number one, keep that clock moving. Wants to throw. It's Huff. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
This is a third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Trying to get to it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Gamecocks line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. And here comes the Navy offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
Nothing but green ahead. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Throws to the wideout. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
The give to the back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Back to throw, it's Horvath. Quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. He's looking to throw it. They're bringing heat. Blasted as he lets it go. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's second down.
All right, well, the quarterback's showing you he is human after all. Finally throws an incompletion, and not just that, after a couple completions back to back to back, almost throws a pick.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Looking for room at the 30. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. Navy quick to the line. Comes out throwing on first down. Buying some time. Lets it fly. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes along.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.